this is Cody from Server 73 and we are going to speak again about some exclusive artifact. Today it's going to be the lightning section. We're just starting immediately with Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan, since the beginning, one of the best immortals in the game. His skill is just inflicting physical damage rate 440% to all enemies and cause a wound. Enemies cannot heal and cause a wound effect. It's like the wound effect that makes like an anti-heal for 10 seconds. His exclusive artifact is giving the Arrow Storm, now dealing 30% increase damage, so the damage rate is from 440 to 470%. Pretty good, pretty useful. If you play Khan, you want this 100% because he's just doing like an AoE, like an area of damage effect, and not focusing on one immortal, so therefore you will benefit from his exclusive artifact. You also want physical attack bonus as a main stat 100%, and you want to have it golden and developed. Second one is Toku. His skill is pretty good. I mean, still people are not using him that often, but it sounds pretty nice. Grant all ally units with shields that absorb damage for 6 seconds. Toku himself gains a thunder array. Every time he receives a normal attack, he will apply a random negative effect, like damage received increased by 10%, damage decreased by 10%, attack speed decreased by 10%, energy regeneration speed decreased by 10%. Now we have to switch into the artifact section because I don't have his artifact, but I think it's this one. Yeah. So the exclusive artifact is the thunder array from crackling thunder, duration increased to 7.5 seconds. So we quickly swap back to him and see that the 6 seconds is going to have a 7.5 seconds with the exclusive artifact. Pretty decent, pretty useful if this is one of the tank that you're going to use more often in your teams, and lightning is your main team, then go for his exclusive artifact. It's pretty good. 1.5 seconds sounds low, but it can be a game changer for sure. Hammurabi, one of the coolest magic DPS in the game. He looks pretty nice and the skill is also pretty good, but since we have Theodora and we have Purification in the game and now almost everyone has it, it's kind of useless. Because he's summoning the God of Hammurabi and cast a judgment to all enemies, inflicting magical damage, 350% damage rate. Every negative effect the enemy unit have will cause the damage rate to increase by 15%. So you could run him with like what I have here, like with the Toxin Nova, everything what is giving a negative effect. The Toxin Nova, a Fire Nova, is there something else? There's probably also other negative effects, probably also Spell Disintegrator, because it's reducing the the magical defense. So this was in the past very good because you could easily increase the damage by 30 or 45%. But now, since Purification is removing the negative effects and Theodora is in almost every Earth and every Holy team, it got kind of useless. So, but still a nice DPS. Let's go to his exclusive artifact. I have it somewhere. Here it is. The Final Judgment increased damage bonus to 20% for every negative effect. Look, this is even better. We had 15 before, now we have 20 with the exclusive artifact. Pretty good. When you have 3 negative effects, it gets increased by 60%. Very OP. But yeah, you have to decide for yourself if you still want to use him. It's difficult to get the bonus done. Peter purifies the enemy target directly ahead and dispelling all buffs and inflicting physical damage 550%. Let's check what his exclusive artifact is doing. This is Peter's. For every buff dispelled by Battle of the Sunner, the damage is increased by 10% up to 50%. Pretty nice, pretty decent. If you play Peter, test it out. It sounds pretty good. So when you have when you're dispelling the buffs, it's going to add a decent amount of damage, 10 to 50%. Sounds good. Richard, also one of the known tanks, is inflicting physical damage on enemy teams within the certain range, and has a, in the end, 40% chance of stunning them so that they cannot move or recover energy for 4 seconds. So stun for 4 seconds. His exclusive artifact is when Richard deals damage, increase the chance of the target being stunned by 20%. This is huge. This is very huge. So it's going to be like a 60% stun chance. This is nice. So it sounds like a proc effect. So if you go for Richard, you can just try to get his exclusive artifact. There probably all of the, I would say, older exclusive artifacts are most likely in the boxes that you can get from, I don't have them, that you can get from the Mysterium. I don't know if I can just double check or if I have to run through it, because this is what I don't want to do. No, I can't see it. I think they are all available here, and they are also available in some events that are like coming up every week. No, it's not here, but you can at least get it for sure for like a decent amount of money, or through the events that you can just grind. That's pretty nice. Let's go for the next one. El Cid reduces the physical damage inflicted on your front row troops by 30% in the end, and when they are targeted by normal attacks, there's a 65% chance to inflict physical damage on the enemy team. The damage rate is 100% for 12 seconds. Let's see which one is the exclusive artifact from El Cid. I think it was a kind of book. It looked like a book. No, past it already, I think. It's this one, yeah. After casting Conquest, receiving normal attacks will always cause physical damage to the enemy. Sounds like there's no chance anymore. It just inflicts damage. It's probably just reducing the 65% chance, and it's always inflicting the physical damage. That sounds good. If you play El Cid is one of the best counters for Mixed Mars. Use the exclusive artifact. It's perfect. Yi Xiong Gai or something like this. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but he has a heavenly conquering. That is his skill. Inflicts transfer to 2 random enemy units and transfers 20% of physical and magical attack and physical magical defense to yourself, and then cause physical damage, 500% damage rate, to those units. Transfer lasts 10 seconds. Let's quickly go to his exclusive artifact. I totally don't know how it looks like, to be honest, but we will just quickly find it. No, it's this one. I remember the blue one. Heavenly Coast now transfers target stats for 15 seconds instead of 10 seconds. Look, it's a 5% increase. Pretty good. No one is really playing him. If you want to play him in the beginning because you don't have better immortals in the back row, or you're waiting for Genghis Khan, for example, don't waste your boxes for this EA. You don't need it. You can just go for the other ones that I've mentioned before. So this is now the only immortals that I have from the Lightning, but there's still Darius and there's still Louis. We will start with Louis first. After casting his skill, replace Louis' physical attacks with magical attacks for 9 seconds. During this period, it has a 55% chance to trigger a lightning with each attack, dealing magical damage to the target and 1 or 2 nearby units, and increase the magical damage they receive by like damage rate is 200% and increased damage is by 20% for 3 seconds. That actually sounds very good in a combination with Hammurabi. But let's just see what his exclusive artifact is doing, because 3 seconds is really not much. I mean, that has to have a perfect timing of the energy regeneration, otherwise it would not have sense to just go for his exclusive artifact. Chance of triggering lightning strike from Honing Thunder is increased to 65%, so it does not increase the 3 seconds, but it increased by 10% the chance that it triggers the lightning. It's okay. If this is one of your main immortal, of course go for exclusive artifacts. If you plan to get him, you don't need the exclusive artifact, in my opinion. It's the 3 seconds is really not long. It doesn't make a big difference. Darius, one of the new released lightning immortals available via the Frostborn, Legion of Frostborn chest that you can buy, inflicts physical damage to all enemies with a 30% chance to reduce their physical damage by 30%, with an additional 30% reduction on the first cast of the skill in each battle for 6 seconds. Let's check out his exclusive artifact. It's this one. Yeah. Power of the King increased the likelihood of reducing the target's physical damage by 15%. So it jumps from, I forgot, from 30% to 45%. This is pretty good, pretty huge. If you play Darius in your main lightning, go for the exclusive artifact. That sounds pretty strong, to be honest. So that's it for the lightning immortals. I hope that was helpful if you're playing main Marsh lightning. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.